Wheels America is sponsored by Grundy Insurance, the official insurance of Wheels America. Today on Wheels America, we check out a Porsche Spyder that drives like a dream. Then it's Hot Wheels and hot colors with a purple Mustang loaded with bling and a Camaro 2SS called the Green-Eyed Lady. We spotlight the career of automotive legend Walter P. Chrysler, and we'll take a look at more of the greatest cars ever made on Wheels America.
I've been talking with Andrew, Kelsey, and Cheyenne about their 1970 Buick Skylark Grand Sport, and Andrew has a pretty great story behind how he got this vehicle.
Well, it first starts off with my dad and I have been into cars since I was little. I ran into a Buick Skylark in somebody's backyard that was all rusted out. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh wow, that's a Chevelle too. But come to find out it was a Buick Skylark, and I really liked it. I was like, okay, it's not like what everybody else has. Everybody had the Novas and the Chevelles and the GTOs, all which I cannot afford. But how about I get a Buick Skylark and, you know, make it as fast or as good as any other car that's out there. So I came across, did a little research, and saw the price online. I was like, man, I could never afford that. So I figured, hey, I'll just shoot him a price that I do have and see what happens. And he said, you come get it today, it's yours. So we went and got it, and now we have it.
What can you tell me about this really neat pinstriping job?
Okay, what I can tell you is that this is actually probably the original pinstriping that would have come on this vehicle, and the only difference is the side pinstriping wouldn't have. So this was an added detail to make the car look and pop maybe a little bit more. I really like it, but this was the only pinstripings that came on this vehicle was on the hood, and it came with the double racing stripes. But I always called it a red. I was like, we got a red, and you know, but it's actually an orange, believe it or not. It's GM's version Buick of orange, so that's what it is.
In the 70s, I know that they swapped engines all the time, so what do you have under the hood?
I have a 350 small block motor underneath there, GM's version of a 350 in it with an induction hood, which gives it a little bit of horsepower. I'm guessing it started out at about 260, probably around horsepower, maybe pushing 300 now at the time, but I love it to death. The only option that I see that came with it that was really neat that I found out was that actually Buick took the distributor from the back of the motor and put it up front, which made timing it for me a whole lot easier. I don't have to lean over the motor. I have a timing light, and I can play with the distributor right up front. I loved it. It was great.
It looks to me like the interior is stock.
Yes, it is. It's actually been redone, but it's back to its stock. It doesn't have bucket seats in it. It has the original bucket split that you would have got, and no room in the back seat for the kids, but they try to get in there anyways.
What's your favorite part about this vehicle?
My favorite part is the hood. The induction system that came on a 1970 Buick Skylark makes this car look absolutely beautiful.
How's this vehicle ride?
Actually, I had to do that work myself on this. The actual ride that had on there was the springs that were well worn out. So I went ahead and got new springs for it, did the front end to give it a little bit more ride height to get the bigger 17-inch wheels on there. And in the back it has airbags so that I can air it up to have people sit in the back without scraping on the back tires.
I see you have 17-inch wheels on this. What can you tell me about that?
I can tell you that they're actually an upgrade from the original stocks that had come. They were absolutely ugly. Most of them came with hubcaps on them. The style I went with was with the Krager 17-inch wheels, and because it matches the 1969, 1970, 71 Kragers that come out, that was the cool thing to do back then, and I like the chrome, and it looks really hot on the car.
We have a special segment of Tell Us About Your Car today with Ron and Marty and their Corvette and Mustang.
Hi, I'm Ron. I want to tell you about my car. It's a 1965 Mustang Fastback. It's got a 289 high-performance engine, a 5-speed manual transmission, air conditioning, power steering, 4-wheel disc brakes. It's got 88 Mustang GT seats in it with a red and white interior, and there's some family history to this car. It used to be my wife's dad's car when she was a little girl, and she rode on the hump right in the middle of those bucket seats. As a matter of fact, when I rebuilt this car, we put a little locket with some of her dad's ashes underneath the carpet on that hump. So it's got some family history. It also has a fold-down rear seat, and my spare tire is sitting on that fold-down rear seat because it's an oversized tire and will no longer fit in the trunk. I'm Ron, and that's the story of my car.
Hi, I'm Marty, and I want to tell you about my car. My car is a 1972 Corvette Factory Big Block 454. It is all original, numbers matching, well cared for Survivor. Only maintenance done on it is general upkeep and a slight performance package. Everything else is original as the car was delivered. The engine is a factory 454 Big Block, 370 horsepower, all original. Transmission driveplane, 3-speed Astroglide, perfect condition. All items on the car are numbers matching, date code correct. When you get to the interior, it's a dark saddle factory interior, factory AC, and that's one of the things that brings this car into rare air. Factory AC, factory power steering, factory power brakes, factory windows. It's less than 100 cars made in 1972 with all the factory comfort options. I'm Marty, and that's the story of my car.
It's time for a Grundy Insurance Pit Stop.
First, we'll upgrade your coverage to agreed value so you get 100% of what your car's worth.
Standard insurance policies just don't do that.
There's never any depreciation and zero deductible.
And Grundy's rates are less than half of standard insurance companies.
Call us today or visit Grundy.com.
Coming up on Wheels America, we take a ride on a Hot Wheels custom Mustang, and we spotlight the amazing career of automotive legend Walter P. Chrysler when Wheels America returns.
Don't let concerns about healthy blood sugar levels control your life. Take control with diet, exercise, and Axolin. Just 2 Axolin tablets each day help support healthy blood sugar levels. Axolin's key plant-based ingredients help your body process carbohydrates and fats. And Axolin is available without a prescription. Control your life and your lifestyle with diet, exercise, and Axolin. Order today at Axolin.com or Amazon.
Who knew insuring all of my cars could be such a nightmare? Between my family SUV, the car I take to work every day, my dream cars. Oh, I've got too many insurance policies.
A Grundy MVP policy is a special product for anyone who's car crazy. Insure any vehicle you own with the same consistent coverage for all of them at their agreed value on one policy.
Hi, I'm Jim Grundy. Be a Grundy MVP. Call us today or visit us at Grundy.com.
I'm talking with Laura today about her 2019 Ford Mustang. Laura has a passion for Mustangs, and this is one of the most beautiful custom jobs we've ever seen. Laura, what can you tell me about your passion for Mustangs and how you came to have this vehicle?
My passion for Mustangs has been lifelong. Always have loved cars, muscle cars, Mustangs in particular. I think because of the horse. So I also love horses, so that might be it. This particular car is my second show car, and kind of had a little accident with my first one, broke my heart. So I ended up buying this one back in just January. So I've been working night and day, getting it ready for the car show circuit this year.
Laura, there's so much custom work on this car. Take me through the exterior and what you've done.
Okay, the exterior, everything purple. I did myself, painted in my garage, and a lot of it has a diamond dust coating to it, so it kind of adds that sparkle, which matches the interior of the bling that I've done on the interior. The graphics, all custom graphics, I did those all myself.
And if I'm correct, I think you did the graphics to match your hair?
I did. Hair came first. Was trying to decide with a black car, what other color am I going to use to accent it? And I thought, well, of course, purple.
Awesome. Tell me about the wheels.
The wheels have the 4-inch bullet lug nuts, and they're pretty cool. The wheels are niche, and they're staggered, and very custom.
You've done a beautiful job on the interior as well. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I've tried to add as much carbon fiber as I can. I like the look of that. And then I decided to start adding bling and more bling and a little bit more bling. And I'm not done yet. So I'd like to just kind of stand and look at it and see where else I can really make it custom.
Do you have any things planned for it down the road?
I do. And it's one of those things where you have to just stand and look at it and see what comes to you. I'm going to wait for that.
Laura, there is a mountain of custom work under the hood. Tell us what you did and what you're running.
I'm running a 2.3 liter twin turbo 4-cylinder EcoBoost. I have added quite a bit of carbon fiber and did some purple paint to kind of accent that as well. Got a custom cold air intake, got a custom BOV valve. Haven't done a whole lot as far as the engine mechanics part of it, but I'm getting there. There's more in the future.
Tell me about the lighting.
The lighting of the engine is something my husband Chris did absolutely the way I wanted it to. I wanted it to glow purple. I didn't want to see the lights, I wanted it to glow, and that's exactly what he did. It's a beautiful purple.
So what brings you to car shows?
Finally, I'm in a stage of my life that I can do this. I have the freedom to finally do what I've always wanted to do, and that's be around cars, car people, beautiful, beautiful custom cars. I like to see what people do to their car.
Do you end up getting a lot of attention at car shows?
I do, and I love it because what I want to do is get the women, girls, girlfriends, wives, as they come to car shows, they might be like, okay, this is great. Then they come and see this with the purple and the bling, and they're like, wait a minute, this is interesting. And the kids love the Hot Wheels theme.
I bet. And is this a daily driver for you?
Pretty much it is, yes. I enjoy it. You only live once. I'm going to drive it as much as I can.
Owning a classic car. For many, it's a dream come true. All those second looks. When you own a special car, you need the insurance policy to match. Grundy insurance policies are designed just for classic cars. You're covered for 100% of agreed value. There's zero deductible, never any depreciation, and at rates less than half of standard insurance companies.
Hi, I'm Josh Grundy. Call us today or visit us at Grundy.com.
Coming up on Wheels America, a pair of hot muscle cars, a green-eyed lady Camaro, and a custom Porsche Spider when Wheels America returns.
Don't let concerns about healthy blood sugar levels control your life. Take control with diet, exercise, and Axolin. Just 2 Axolin tablets each day help support healthy blood sugar levels. Axolin's key plant-based ingredients help your body process carbohydrates and fats. And Axolin is available without a prescription. Control your life and your lifestyle with diet, exercise, and Axolin. Order today at Axolin.com or Amazon.
It's time for a Grundy Insurance Pit Stop.
First, we'll upgrade your coverage to agreed value so you get 100% of what your car's worth.
Standard insurance policies just don't do that.
There's never any depreciation and zero deductible.
And Grundy's rates are less than half of standard insurance companies.
Call us today or visit Grundy.com.
We're here with Kyle. Kyle's got a CTS V2. Now, Kyle, you were telling me this car is not exactly stock, but you're also not exactly finished doing everything you want to do to it, right?
Yeah. So right now the car it's got just an air ride intake on it, along with just an X pipe and a Corsa Extreme exhaust. There's really not too much more. The car's got a lot of plans though. I'm gonna do a 2.4 grip tech pulley setup, full E85 conversion, headers, injectors, heat exchanger, icebox setup. The car's basically going to be set up for the strip. Goal is just to run high 10s in it, and just get a small drag pack setup for the wheels. But besides that, I mean, not too many plans, but I just mainly got it for the reliability and the power.
So you want this car for racing?
Yeah, the car was originally, like I said, I bought it so I can go to the strip more. I had a BMW before this that just wasn't, really set up for that. So I just wanted to get more into drag racing and, just being out with my friends and stuff like that, being able to, keep up, I guess.
And you've had this car out to drag race already, right?
Yeah, I did have it out once already.
Kyle, can you tell us a little bit more about what's under the hood of your car?
Yep, so it's an LSA motor, GM 6.2 liter supercharged V8, 1.9 liter blower on it, and like I said, it just has an air ride intake hooked up with it. It pushes out, I think, 560-ish crank, so a little under 500 wheel if I had to take a wild guess what the car would baseline at on a dyno, which is, obviously very good for as heavy it is and being a sedan. So.
And what are your changes that you want to make under the hood?
I'm going to do a 2.4 grip tech pulley setup, 1050 IG injectors, headers, full flex fuel system, just a few other things just to get it. Goal's a little over 600 to 650 wheel on the car.
And tell us what's special about the interior of this car.
So there's just two different options for the V2s. You either can get the non-Recaro seats or you can get the Recaro seat package. I did get the Recaro seat package with the Pano sunroof inside. I'm just a sucker for Recaro seats, so I just wanted it for a few reasons: comfortability and resale value. So, but yeah, that's about it for the interior. Other than that, there's nothing really done to it.
So is this your everyday vehicle for right now?
For right now, yes, but just for the summertime, it's going to be a daily, and it's been a very fun, reliable daily so far.
Wheels America continues its look at automotive legends and what drove their success. Annually, FCA, or Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, produces more than 2 million vehicles with sales over $100 billion. But surprisingly, if it wasn't for the railroad industry, Chrysler may not have existed. That's where Walter P. Chrysler began his career, inspired by his locomotive engineer father, who fueled his passion for everything mechanical. At 17, he began an apprenticeship in a railroad machine shop and spent the next 20 years working and rising through the ranks. In 1908, while attending the Chicago Auto Show, his attention turned to a sleek, sharp-looking vehicle called the Locomobile Touring Car. Chrysler borrowed $4,300, bought the car, and shipped it home, mostly because he didn't know how to drive. Captivated by its construction, Chrysler studied its mechanical systems, disassembling and reassembling a locomobile several times, learning every nuance of the vehicle. His breakthrough to the automotive industry came when he met the then president of General Motors, Charles Nash. Nash convinced Walter to help improve Buick's manufacturing systems. He accepted the challenge and, using assembly line processes developed by Henry Ford, significantly increased vehicle production to 600 vehicles a day. With William Durant returning to GM, it didn't take long for him to see Chrysler's potential. By 1916, Chrysler was named president of the Buick division, and Buick became the strongest and most profitable division in General Motors. It also benefited Walter financially, as he became one of the wealthiest men in the country. Yet some 4 years later, after production disagreements with Durant, Chrysler retired at the age of 45. Of course, that didn't last long. And when Wheels America returns, we'll look at Walter P. Chrysler's coming of age in Part 2, Legends of the Automotive Industry.
Oh, who knew insuring all of my cars could be such a nightmare? Between my family SUV, the car I take to work every day, my dream cars. Oh, I've got too many insurance policies.
A Grundy MVP policy is a special product for anyone who's car crazy. Insure any vehicle you own with the same consistent coverage for all of them at their agreed value on one policy.
Hi, I'm Jim Grundy, Fiat Grundy MVP. Call us today or visit us at grundy.com.
Don't let concerns about healthy blood sugar levels control your life. Take control with diet, exercise, and Axolin. Just 2 Axolin tablets each day help support healthy blood sugar levels. Axolin's key plant-based ingredients help your body process carbohydrates and fats. And Axolin is available without a prescription. Control your life and your lifestyle with diet, exercise, and Axolin. Order today at Axolin.com or Amazon.
I'm hanging with JJ, and he and I are talking about his 2011 Chevy Camaro, themed the Green-Eyed Lady. What's that about?
Well, this is a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS. This was originally my father's car. I inherited this car a few years ago. I've continued this theme that my dad, actually I started the theme. My father purchased the car brand new back in 2011 and had really no plans to modify the vehicle whatsoever. I purchased the very first set of green headlights for it, then it actually thus became the Green-Eyed Lady. So he purchased the car to actually impress my son. My son's favorite color is green, and when the Transformers movie came out with the yellow Bumblebee Camaro, that was all my son could talk about. And of course, his grandpa, wanting to be his hero, rushed right out and purchased him one. So
That's an awesome story. So let's talk about what's under the hood. I noticed you have an L99 conversion.
yeah, it's actually been converted to an LS3. It's got the Magnuson supercharger. The internals have been gone through, tuned. It's got Dynatech headers, full exhaust, catbacks, everything gone through. But yeah, it's been tuned at just under 600 to the wheels, about 593 on the dyno.
Wow, what's the 0 to 60 on that?
A couple seconds. It's pretty quick.
So the exterior of this car is really rad. What have you done to it? Or better yet, maybe what haven't you done to it?
Well, actually, this is a limited edition factory color. It's a Synergy Green Metallic. So they didn't really make too many of these. This particular model, they only made 4,400. So it's been ceramic coated. So that's kind of like adding a layer of glass to it to make it shine. You know, keep it wiped down all the time. So.
What about the wheels?
Those are actually factory reproductions. They're ZL1 wheels. And then I've added lighting to the insides of the wheels and stuff like that. They used to be chrome. I actually blacked them out to match the green and black of the vehicle.
Did you do anything to the interior?
The interior, I'm actually sponsored by a company called Metra Electronics Corporation. So they sent me a brand new dash kit for the radio that I swapped out, and I've done a lot to the lighting in the interior. My headrests are stitched. I've got some subs and an amp in the back that are all tucked away and hidden, all competition wiring and everything thanks to my sponsor.
Your son's going to be one lucky kid. What is your favorite aspect of this car?
I'd have to say my lights. I've got custom lights everywhere. My headlights are one of a kind. Nobody else has them. They were custom made for me. So.
And you showed me there's some etching on the lights?
Yes, there is. So I have the demon eyes laser etched the same as my green-eyed lady, and then my fog lights were actually laser etched, dedication to my father.
Automotive legends. They're defined by visionaries like Walter P. Chrysler. Having gone from master railroad mechanic to automobile production chief to president of the Buick Motor Division to wealthy automotive executive in 8 years. But in 1919, at age 45, he left and retired mostly over differences with then head of GM Billy Durant. But that didn't last long. Walter took on the struggling Willys Overland Car Company, reducing its debt and bringing back a solid manufacturing base. And if he wasn't busy enough, he began running the debt-ridden Maxwell Motor Company. For 1 year, Chrysler ran 2 car companies. He left Willys Overland at the end of his contract to focus on Maxwell Chalmers, introducing the Chrysler 6 at the 1924 New York Auto Show. It was such a hit that 32,000 units were sold the first year. Stylish and equipped with advanced engineering, its real appeal was also its price, under $2,000, which made it affordable to the average buyer. It was Walter's vision to create a strong brand in every market sector. Plymouth for the lower-priced economy market, DeSoto for the medium-priced market, Dodge as a high-performance but affordable vehicle, and the Imperial for the luxury market. This put Chrysler as a top-tier American producer. Chrysler was flying so high that Walter was named Time Magazine's Man of the Year. And if he wasn't busy enough, Walter found time to supervise the construction of the Chrysler Building, a 77-story skyscraper in New York City. Completed in 1931, it became the tallest building in the world. Chrysler retired as president in 1935, but stayed on as chairman of the board until his passing in 1940. Walter P. Chrysler, a visionary, driven to succeed, a Wheels America automotive legend.
Owning a classic car. For many, it's a dream come true. All those second looks. When you own a special car, you need the insurance policy to match. Grundy insurance policies are designed just for classic cars. You're covered for 100% of agreed value. They're zero deductible, never any depreciation, and at rates less than half of standard insurance companies.
Hi, I'm Josh Grundy. Call us today or visit us at grundy.com.
I'm here in his 2016 Porsche 981 Spyder. It's got some beautiful lines, and he's going to talk to us today about how he came across this vehicle.
Well, I'd done research on a lot of different cars for about a year. The previous owner only drove it about 1,000 miles and then traded it in. I was lucky to find it because there's only a couple per state, and that's how I came to own it.
And when we were talking earlier, Jason, you said this is a pretty unique car because they only made a few. Is that right?
That's right. There are about 750 made. It's a sibling of the GT4, Cayman GT4, only it's obviously a convertible without a roof. It's a mid-engine car, which gives it, super balance when you're on a racetrack or around the road. The engine is taken out of the Carrera S GTS platform. It's a 430 horsepower, naturally aspirated 3.8 liter flat six engine. A lot of the newer engines in Porsche are going to turbocharge, which you lose that sound of that, that growl of that naturally aspirated engine.
So that gets us 0 to 60 in what?
It's under 4 seconds. Car and Driver clocked it at 3.9 seconds, and it runs a low 12-second quarter mile as it is. It's a 6-speed. The only complaints from some critics are the gears are a little bit long on it, but it's really nice if you're canyon carving or you're out driving because you don't have to shift gears so much. But it might be a little faster if it had the PDK or the the PDK that they put in the 911s or the little closer gear ratio. But I really am happy with it.
Very good. And I noticed that you have a great, unique interior that's kind of special. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
This car in particular has a retro package on it to kind of attribute to the James Dean era Spyder.
Can you talk to me a little bit more about the steering wheel?
Yeah, the steering wheel is actually right off the 918 Spyder, Porsche Spyder Hypercar, which is pretty cool. It's the car is basically a parts bin car by Porsche, and that's a pretty cool parts bin swap to have that. So it's direct from the factory that way.
Tell me a little more about the wheels and the brakes.
Well, the wheels are a special design for the Spyder. They're 20-inch wheels. The brakes actually come off the 911 Carrera S. And so the Carrera S is 400 or 500 pounds heavier than this car. So the stopping power of those brakes is amazing in this car. It stops as fast as it accelerates.
What's the most exciting thing about this car for you?
The engine sound. The naturally aspirated 3.8 liter screams all the way to an almost 8,000 RPM redline, and it is just symphonic. There's not a single RPM range that you're like, oh, it's droning or anything else. It's just beautiful, perfect.
You're watching Wheels America.
Wheels America is sponsored by Grundy Insurance, the official insurance of Wheels America.
Send us information about your car show and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.